The approach toward Frazier's Knob. Tell you one thing, been a lot of vandals spray painted these rocks. That's a shame.
Well, which way, Douglas?
I'd say we just make our way around it whichever way we want. See how far it goes on. You could come back up here when all these trees clear, get a heck of a view. I'm getting a little video. We're still climbing. Up on top of the rock now. I tell you what, that's a pretty spectacular view out through there, Steve.
Yeah, it is.
What's that silver roof way out there?
It might be Cleveland.
Could be.
That could be that big building on Baxter on 229. Going across the road. We're right here on the very top.
This is the top of the knob. It drops off.
Well,
you can see the drop off there and down to the valleys below. There's literally a knob right here where we stand. Just a, I don't know, maybe a 4,000 square foot circular knob right here. City of London's back that direction. We'll be back up here sometime in the future when the trees shed their leaves. Crooked Creek would be back that way. Eastern Laurel County back that way. Southern Laurel County back that way. And you can kind of get a glimpse of civilization way off in the distance there. But it's really pretty up here. Frazier's Knob. Part of the Frazier's Knob Trail that is part of the Levi Jackson Park property. This is a pretty well kept little secret, this little trail. Get up here on top of the rocks, just navigate carefully. A lot of carvings in these rocks up here, Steve.
Stay right there, Doug. I'm going to take some pictures, bro.
The rocks up here have been carved on for years. I saw dates from 1934, 1926. Some of them are a little hard to see.
Doug, this got a pedestal holding this up over here. I just don't see it.
Carvings. Where was that one that said 1934? Oh, here it is. 1934. Bruce H. Lucille B. 1934. Saw another one over here. It was like the 20s. Here it is. Bill something 26. Lots of people have made this trek over the years on top of Frazier's Knob.
Now, by God, that's a pretty
It's really pretty up here. Probably Levi Jackson Park's best kept secret. So right up there is the actual apex of the knob, the little area that I showed you a minute ago, and the rocks. And navigate back down through here, and the trail heads back to the south, down through there, back toward the road takes you into Crooked Creek. I guess that's called Conley Road. So when you reach the pinnacle of Frazier's Knob, this is it. And you climb on top of the rock, you're there. So we started this video with the end in mind. We'll get some footage on the way out of here. On the way in, most of the trail's really good shape. There's a couple of places we'll point out on the way back out of here, but it's mostly well marked and wide open. There's one little area that's kind of easy to get headed downhill on and head in the wrong direction. The city will need to put some signs out here and arrows out here as they continue to manage the park system. But you can see that the trail's clear, mostly clear and wide open. One of the things you'll notice as you walk this trail, it follows a ridge, drops off quite a ways in both directions. So it follows a ridge. Once you reach the flat spots along the trail, after you finish climbing and get to the plateau areas, I think it's a subdivision. If you keep walking that way, and keep walking that way back toward whatever the road is that turns left at Crooked Creek and heads toward East 80. One of the first places you'll come to on the way in, well, it's not one of the first places, but one of the worst places you'll come to on the way in. We're going down it now, but on the way up, it's a pretty good washout rut, and I think it's been washed out and damaged even further by four-wheelers and ATVs. It's this is an area the city's probably going to have to do some work, because it's pretty bad down through here. Needs some maintenance. Right there's the area we just came down. It's steep and rutted out quite a bit. Then it leads on down to this one. Needs a little work through this section of the trail, but nothing major. One little area in the trail where you can kind of head off in the wrong direction. Looks like some four-wheeler trails that go down there, but that's not the right way. The right way is to turn left and head up the hill where those four-wheeler tracks are. That's what takes you up to the knob. So just a little example where the city needs to do some signage. There's a few places along the trail where ATVs are causing a lot of damage. Hopefully the city can put a stop to that. Mud ruts and erosion damage. As you come up the trail, there's an area up here, it looks like forks two ways. Don't go to the left, it takes you down to a subdivision. Follow the trail to the right. Some places that where the trail is basically a water channel, and just basically follow the water channel as you're going up. Nonetheless, nice little trail all in all. Probably about a mile and three or four tenths each way, in and out. That's the way in, the way out. You're pretty close to civilization right here. Crooked Creek's just literally right through there, right through there. Mighty close to civilization to feel like you're in the middle of the wilderness, isn't it?
Coming off Frazier now.
You get a good idea though of the width of the trail. An occasional log down, nothing major. A few washouts, but really a pretty good, well-maintained trail. I don't know how much maintenance there is to do to it, really, but I don't know how much it gets used. There's a few suggestions I would gladly give the city. Maybe some interpretive signs along the way, a few rest benches along the way, and a few signs, arrow signs. Other than that, this trail's in mostly super shape. It has a deep woods feel to it, and you're really sort of right in the neighborhood.
We come right here.
Yeah, this little uphill right here is the first uphill you encounter off of the road, Conley Road. It's a pretty good little climb. It's probably the longest uphill of the whole trek. But once you get up the top of it, it's mostly ridge. And it's a pretty good little uphill as you first get started. And you're basically walking in a drainage gully. And when you get right back down here, there's the road straight ahead. The road is right there.